Anyone who loves jelly, but has a negative attitude to everything fatty, will like turkey jelly. Light and delicious, fragrant and beautiful. How to cook a turkey jelly, I'll show you now. 1. If your turkey thigh is on a bone, remove it. Meat can be divided into several parts. Place it in a saucepan. Pour in the water. So much water is needed so that the meat is completely flooded with water. Choose a wider pot. 2. Add carrots, leeks, ordinary onions, garlic, clove to the meat. Put everything to cook. Add salt to taste. When the meat starts to boil, remove the foam from the boiling meat. 3. The meat for the turkey jelly will be cooked for about 50 minutes. During cooking, select 1 ladle of broth, cool it in a separate container. Remove the meat itself, already ready, from the broth and disassemble, separating it from the bone, and cutting the flesh into small pieces. 4. I suggest forming the jelly in portions. For this, wide, even glasses, or cups, or such tureens are suitable. Put a couple of circles of boiled carrots on the bottom of the mold. 5. To make the broth cleaner, you can beat the raw egg white and pour it into the broth. The yolk will curdle, collecting all the excess on itself, and will clear your broth. Strain through a fine sieve. In the cooled broth, the one that we selected separately, dilute the gelatin. Let it swell. Return it to the filtered main broth, and bring to a boil, but do not let it boil. Turn it off. 6. Pour 3 tablespoons of jelly broth on the carrot. Allow to cool slightly, then transfer to the refrigerator so that the broth freezes. It will keep the decoration in place, and the pattern of our jelly will not change. When the broth seizes at this stage, put canned peas in a container at the rate of 2-3 tablespoons per serving. Pour in the jelly broth and let cool. 7. Then lay out the meat. Pour over the broth. Put it in the refrigerator to freeze. Remember, the meat in the form should be enough so that your jelly does not consist of one broth. When you turn over the jelly, the lower part may settle. To prevent this from happening, do not spare the meat. I put the meat in the mold not to the very top, so that the portion jelly was not too high. 8. Remove the frozen jelly from the refrigerator. Put it in boiling water for a few seconds together with the container, so it will be easier to extract the jelly. Turn the jelly onto the dish, shake it slightly. The jelly will separate. It will turn out to be such a booty. 300, 3, 150, 200, 40, 12, January 3rd, 200, 110, 90, 80, 4, 5.